Hey guys, Mr. Clark here. If you are a parent or guardian interested in learning how to use this website for your 8th grade science student, then you are in the right place. So stay tuned. Hello friends, this tutorial will be for showing you how to utilize this website for your child. I want to first start off with just sympathizing with how difficult the school year may be, but I am extremely passionate on making it as straightforward and as effective for parents and students as I possibly can. And the happiness and success of your child is the most important thing to me. So that's precisely what this website is all about. I feel like one of the most important things I can do is to be consistent for students and parents during this process, whether we weave in and out of hybrid situations or remote situations. It's really important that the expectations and the way that things go is going to remain the same for the welfare of students and also you as parents. So the way this course is designed is it will be conducted using weekly modules. So the way that's organized is, for example, in Unit 1, you can see here that each week there are expectations for students. So that'll be extremely clear, like in Google Classroom. Hey, we're working on week 3, and no matter what system that we find ourselves in week by week, students will be expected to have the same outcomes. So this course will be designed with weekly modules. The way the modules are organized is that within each week there are certain topics that students are required to learn about. So they will be instructed to visit each one of these topics depending, on the day of the week, and then they have their assignments to complete for each week. So a typical topic might look something like this. It's just basically the content that they're required to know. It'll include links to all the vocabulary that they need. It'll have images and videos and practice questions. This is essentially the content that they're required to know, and they'll navigate using these buttons here. And then when they land at the end of the week, they'll see their assignments. So this will remain constant throughout the school year. So essentially, the way their assignments are set up is they have a required reading in their textbook each week, and then they have a quiz based on that reading. They have a discussion with their class where they're asked to interpret the topics that I just showed you and share their opinions with the class to demonstrate, what they've learned. And then they'll be required to reply to their classmates in order to interact. And that will be their mid-level grades. And then I will ask them to complete one assignment, whether they're in my honors class or general class. So this would be the one assignment I would ask my general class or my CP class to complete for that week. And this would be the one assignment that my honors class would be required to complete for that week. So both CP and honors will complete the same quiz based on the reading that I assign. They will complete the same discussion for their particular class and reply to their peers, and they will complete a different assignment. Now there's additional assignments and exercises below, which essentially will be if a child does not do particularly well on the assignment that I assign, they will be instructed to complete an assignment at a lower level in order to replace that grade and earn the highest grade that they can in this class. And a lot of that I'm certainly going to go over with your child, but each week you can expect students to be assigned the week that we're on. They're going to be instructed to, review and read these topics. They're going to be instructed to do their reading out of their textbook, their physical textbook, and they have a quiz, a discussion, an assignment to complete each week, and it will remain that way throughout the school year. And then what I'm going to do as a teacher is just based on how the students are performing, I'm going to, meet them at their level. So the next thing I wanted to show you is the workload. So generally these modules are created to be approximately 20 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes each weekday. So I highly recommend that each student dedicates 20 to 40 minutes each day, the same time every day, to completely just focusing on doing their science work each day, whether it's studying these topics or, completing their quizzes and working on their assignments. But you should expect your child to work approximately 20 to 40 minutes each day on science, each weekday. All assignments will be due Sunday evening by 11:59, but I will program it for students to finish by Friday. But I wanted to allow that additional time if students needed extra time. So assignments will consistently always be due Sunday at 11:59 unless otherwise instructed. The only exception is this discussion topic. Their initial response, their first response to this question, is due on Wednesday, so that other students will see each other's, answers, and then it gives them a few days till Sunday evening to reply to one another. So all of these are due Sunday evening. The grading policy is essentially these low-level assignments count for 20% of their grade. These discussions will count for 30% of their grade, and then these assessments will count for 50% of their grade. So there should be 9 assessments each semester, or at least the first unit, since there's 9 weeks, and there should be 9 discussions and 9 practice assignments, and that's their grading policy. Will be 20, 30%, 50%. The other thing I wanted to show you is there is a class website that you could access depending on whether or not your child's in CP or honors, and this will be linked every day on Google Classroom, and it will just paint a picture of what a student is expected to do each day of the week in order to complete what I just outlined, and all of these things are linked for them. So this is what I'll provide students every day on Google Classroom. It'll have suggestions on what to do every day, and you as a parent will also have access to this, whether it's this website or this live agenda here. So I'm hoping these resources make it really clear on what I expect of students and make it very straightforward for you guys, because this program will be essentially the same every week with different content. So as you can see, for the first unit, there's 9 weeks that make up the first unit, and each week is built essentially the same, where they have a quiz based on the reading, a discussion, and an assignment. Now, the next thing I wanted to just let you guys know is that Google Classroom will be where kids submit all their assignments. It will be where I submit this agenda every single day, and whatever assignments that I'm posting in here, whether it's, the practice quizzes, the discussions, or the assignments, students will log in and submit those on Google Classroom. This is where students are going to access and submit all of their work. Another important detail about both of these websites here is that they are completely accessible on mobile devices or a Chromebook or any computer whatsoever. So students, as long as they have access to the internet, they can complete their schoolwork anywhere, even with a mobile phone. Google Classroom is extremely mobile, and both of these websites are completely built to operate on a mobile device intentionally. So one other thing that I wanted to share with you is under course information. I have a page here for parental support. You guys are welcome to refer to this at any time, but there's some important information such as how to contact me, what students are expected to do every day, the homework, how to access PowerSchool mobile apps, how to use Google Classroom. These are just things that you could refer to if you ever need it. So I tried to make it a one-stop shop for you and make it as simple as possible. You can also communicate with me through text if you register for this, and you can contact me anytime about any questions that you may have. But In general, what I'm trying to do is make this course as straightforward as I can for students and parents, no matter what condition we find ourselves in academically, whether it's a remote situation or a completely traditional classroom situation. My goal is to make this as straightforward as possible, so you should expect weekly modules and the same array of assignments for each week. And that would include lesson practice quiz according to the reading, a class discussion where kids interact with one another, including myself, and an assignment that will assess their knowledge of the content that I provided them. So that program will be the same each and every week. And I hope this tutorial was helpful. And of course, if you ever have any questions, you could always just contact me, and it'd be my pleasure. So I hope that this tutorial was useful, and I appreciate all your help and support. And again, your child's happiness and success is my #1 priority. So appreciate it.